never intended to be next, but you didn't need to take him to bed, that's all. And I never saw him as a threat until you disappeared with him to have sex, of course.
Maybe your father didn't spend enough time with you. Maybe your mother didn't spend enough time. You didn't get the type of attention from your parents. Maybe your father didn't spend enough time with you. Maybe your mother didn't spend enough time. You didn't get the type of attention from your parents.
One of you guys sent me this sister's TikTok account, a specific video that I haven't shown you yet, and I'm about to show it. And I'm going to go easy in this video with regards to this sister, because having gone through a few of her videos, it looks like she's going through a tough time of it with mental health issues and things like this. However, there are some important learning points for us to go through here. This is the very definition of an alpha widow. A woman who was with a man who she perceived to be alpha, and for whatever reason the relationship came to an end, usually a tumultuous end. And now she is still hung up on him. I mean, the title of the last video I just showed you was Endless Dreams. And if you read the caption says, you just told your friend, point of view, you just told your friend you had yet another dream about him and miss him all over again. And I could show you endless videos like this. Her feed is littered with videos of her reminiscing her ex-husband. Now, from what I understand, from what I can tell, is that her husband got another wife, a second wife, and it just all went downhill from there. I don't know what the details are. Frankly, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. But I want you now to imagine you are coming in to this sister's world, to this sister's life. You're trying to be her knight in shining armor, whilst you know that she's still hung up on him. And let me tell you something. Her response may well be, I'm not hung up on him. I'm so over him, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what one of the major indicators that a woman is still hung up on her ex, let me tell you, is that when you speak to her, she speaks non-stop bad things about the ex. So you think, oh, wow, she really doesn't like him. But any attention is still attention. If she is even saying bad things about the ex, she is consumed with him. She's hung up on him, for better or for worse. It doesn't matter. I'm not judging here. I'm not moralizing. I'm simply saying the real estate in her mind is consumed with this man. And that puts you as a new man coming in a terrible predicament, a terrible situation. And I say this knowing that it won't make the slightest bit of difference to all the white knight orbiters that are undoubtedly in her orbit who would happily take her on, happily. So this sister don't need to worry about me and my little video that I'm taking here. She will still have plenty of suitors, which no doubt I am sure she is turning down as we speak. And you see, that leads me on to my next point, which is when a woman goes through a negative experience, usually in a long-term relationship with a man, instead of her standards readjusting, coming down, because usually women's standards are inflated anyway, but when she goes through a bad experience, her standards go even higher, because she's like, okay, I've learned from this experience. I know now what to accept and what not to accept. So I'm going to increase my standards. It sounds logical. But actually, once again, this is defining yourself by your experiences in reverse. I've mentioned this countless times in my videos. Robert Greene talks about it in this book right here that my thumb is pointing at, The Laws of Human Nature. Defining yourself in reverse. The opposite of extreme is still extreme. Okay, you only accept settled for this last time around. Now you want the exact opposite, which is right up this end. The opposite of extreme is still extreme. Let me say that again. The opposite of extreme is still extreme. But now you've got a body count on your ticker. You're a divorcee. You're older. I don't know how old the sister is. She still looks relatively young, but you're older. You've potentially given the best part of yourself, the undamaged version of yourself, to the ex-husband. Any new man coming in now inherits the damaged version of yourself. And then your standards are even higher, whilst you're older and more damaged and hung up on the ex. That's a rotten deal.
You don't have to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me, because I will die single. Like, not only stay single, I will die single before I lower my standards.
Now, in general, women in general adopt this attitude, this mindset of, I would rather die single than settle, right? And he who is willing to commit suicide has the initiative. You've heard me say this countless times for those of you who've been following me for any meaningful period of time. And if you're new to this channel, well, he who is willing to commit suicide has the initiative. This is why men are more needy in their attempts and approaches with women. 12 to 17 times more testosterone means you are more physically desirous of women than women are of men. And you are more willing to bend the rules than they are, because you are the one who is more physically needy of them than they are of you, from a perspective of physical intimacy. Okay? However, when a woman is damaged and she has been hurt, her expectation, as I just mentioned, of what she wants and expects from a man goes up. It doesn't come down. So my advice to this sister is, first of all, you need therapy. I don't know if you've been getting therapy, but you definitely need therapy. Some of the other videos that you're putting on your page, Mel, I'll make it easy for you. I'm trying to be easy. I don't want to go hard on the sister, because she has, on another one of her videos, mentioned that she's suffering with some forms of mental illness. So far be it from me to want to push anyone over the edge or anything like this. There is hope. There is a way to heal, and this is not it. And constantly making videos about your ex is only advertising to the rest of mankind that you're not over him.